All right, before I get started in this video, I want to tell you guys I am not going out of town this weekend. I said that in the last video, but it's going to be the following weekend, not this one coming up, but the next one. Kind of got it mixed up, so I will be going live later on this weekend, probably a little early as well, but I normally go live on Saturdays between 9 and 9:30. I may throw a little live here and there, do some more gameplay, because the last live was actually pretty cool when we did the PS3. And yeah, so that's I wanted to get that across real quick. Let's talk some GTA 6 and the pricing of it, and I think that the industry is miscalculating this. I already had in my opinion that this game would probably be a $90 or maybe $100 game. I just feel that way. And to be honest, it's like the only game that actually values that price tag. And I know that may be unpopular, but I can even go back to, if you look back and you look at Vice City, you look at, I'm not going to say Grand Theft Auto 3 because I don't believe Grand Theft Auto 3 is in this category. But when you look at Vice City, you look at San Andreas, and even in some cases, GTA 4 and GTA 5, they could have put the price up another $10 and nobody would have complained. Maybe another $20 and nobody complained. I think back in the PS2 era, I think what games was $49.99 at the time or something like that. I mean, you could have sold Vice City for $60. You could have probably sold it for $70. You could have sold San Andreas for probably $70. Yes, definitely I believe with San Andreas. And the thing with GTA 4 and 5, both of those came out at 65 or 60, you know, what was it? It was $59.99 when they first came out. You could have sold those for $79.99. I mean, that's just how Grand Theft Auto is. You could have done that. But I think that GTA 6 may be worth that price tag as well, to be up to maybe $90 to $100. But I think the industry is miscalculating this because of the fact that just because of Grand Theft Auto, that doesn't mean your game's going to be that valuable either. It's kind of like the Fortnite effect. Since Fortnite came out and made a ton of money, everybody wants to make a live service, and everybody's not going to make that live service money. So just because Grand Theft Auto is that price, or Grand Theft Auto 6 may be that price, you turn around and put out your half-ass game or your game that's not that good, and you think you're going to put that price tag on it, it's going to sit on the shelf, in my opinion. I don't think people are just going to be willy-nilly paying $80, $90, $100 price tag for any game that comes out. I don't see that. Maybe some of the heavy hitters may get by with that, but for the most part, outside of your Call of Duties, Maddens, maybe Battlefield, outside of that, in Grand Theft Auto, 2K as well, the rest of them is not. They're not going to be selling at that price, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe you'll get a AA title or a AAA title that's not that good to make that much. But like I said, this industry is banking on that just to put the prices that high. That doesn't mean that your game is going to sell at that price point. A lot of games right now don't sell well at the $60 price point. So you put them up into the $20, you better make sure that your game is going to be worth that price. And this is one thing I respect about Nintendo. Even though I don't like the price hike, they openly said, look, Nintendo Mario Kart World, they believe that it's worth the $80 price tag. And I respect them for saying that. But at the end of the day, it's up to us as consumers to believe that and say, hey, we're going to pay that kind of money. As of right now, I don't see it, but I respect them for saying it. What the companies or the industry wants to do is just for the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be possibly $90 or $100, now every game could be that way. No, that doesn't work like that. Your game that's half-assed, your game that doesn't come out properly, your game that is broken or has really bad monetization or bad game mechanics is not going to be an $80, $90, or $100 game. So that's just not going to work. Like I said, the 2Ks, the Maddens, the Call of Duties, the Battlefields of the world, and any Rockstar game will more likely get away with that. But your other games out here, that's not going to happen. Now, I do like the fact that you have these games coming out now that are coming out of nowhere, that are making waves, like Expedition 33, but there's no way they would have got away with There'd have been no way they would have got away with putting that particular game out at $80. There's no way that a Stellar Blade would have came out at $80. There's no type of way that any of these other games that are actually doing well would have came out at $80. And you know how I know that? Because these other games that are coming out right now, they're trying their best to keep the prices actually down. You know, even though like the remaster of some of these games, like Gears of War Reloaded, that's going to be a $40 game. And I think there's other games out here that are around that 60, in some cases, $49.99 price tag. You know, because they know that a lot of these games that are coming out outside of I would say you could call them heavy hitters, those are the games that are probably going to sell like that. But your average run-of-the-mill game that comes out, even the average AAA title, that ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna see the next Mass Effect at $80. That's not. I mean, if they do it, they're committing suicide because nobody's gonna pay for that. You're not gonna see the next Dragon Age gonna come out at that price. The next Dragon Quest, that's not gonna come out at $80. I don't see some of these companies are gonna try it, but even if they do, it's not gonna flourish. Your next, let's see, I can't even think of a name off the rip, but your next game that comes out that's new, even after GTA 6, they're not going to push that envelope because they know GTA 6 is the only company that's going to get away with it. Now, there's going to be some other ones that try it, but the way I look at it is it's going to be a fall by the wayside situation like they did with the Fortnites of the world. Everybody wanted, or the PUBGs. PUBG did very well. Fortnite did very well. The Battle Royale did well. You know what happened? Everybody and their mom tried to put out a Battle Royale, and maybe like 80 to 90% of them did not work. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a list of like these, and they should know this. They should know this. Look at the live service backlash that they got. Not a lot of live service games don't live that long. Look how many of those are dead. So when it comes to the price tag of games, people, I don't believe it at the end of the day, people are willy-nilly going to pay for these type of games at that price. I think GTA is the game that's the game that's going to probably sell at that point. And this is why I don't like using the term, oh, it's going to save gaming. Save gaming from what? Nothing's wrong with gaming. To be honest, nothing. The problem with gaming is you got companies that are developing games that are just not that good. When a game is good, it will sell. And when a game is good, it will get that praise. We've seen this time and time again. We saw it with Stellar Blade. We saw it with Black Myth Wukong. We saw it with Ghost of Tsushima. You saw it with Expedition 33. You saw these games, despite being, up against the wall with the way that the industry is, these games still sell well. So it's not a problem that gaming is dying and nobody playing. And no, nobody's necessarily buying your stuff. And that's what it is. Nobody's buying these games. And they're not going to buy these games under these conditions. And I don't think just because Grand Theft Auto is going to be a $90 or possibly $80, $90, $100 game, that doesn't mean that EA could just throw out another AAA title that's not a sports title or a Battlefield and say, hey, this is the new standard. Every game could be this price. No, that's not going to work. Like I said, Nintendo already kind of knew this, because even with the fact that those games, that the Mario Kart, they still are, holding back on Donkey Kong. That's a $70 game. Then you look at these other games that come out, I don't think any other games is really going to be at that price outside. And I don't even know, I can't remember. Is Zelda that price? Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Is that the same price at no DLC? See, that's going to be the first one that you're going to see. I don't see too many people buying that. As much as people love Nintendo, I don't see nobody buying that at $80, $90 without it. Now, if it had a DLC, maybe you got a sale. But outside of that, I don't see that happening. But what do I know? I mean, I don't really look at games like that to buy them day one at a high price. I just don't do that anymore. It was cool at one point, but me being a collector or whatever, I always try to find a deal. Always try to find a deal on these games, because whatever game I want to play, for the most part, it could wait, because I don't have a big backlog, but I got plenty of games to play regardless. And if a game is that damn good, I will pick it up. Like GTA 6, I'm picking that up day one. Doom, The Dark Ages, that's another game I will probably pick up day one, because it comes out, in the next couple of days or so. I may pick it up day one, but it's on Game Pass, so I have a lot of options. And that's just the thing. I just don't feel like a game that's worth day one price. Unless if it's like under $50. Outside of that, I'm not buying again. I'm just a little bit smarter with my money now, and gaming is important as it is. I feel like it's important enough that I'll just play something else until I get around to the new game. I don't live off this FOMO stuff. I mean, I don't have a fear of that. So I'm getting up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about the GTA 6 thing? Do you think it's going to make all prices go up? Maybe they'll try it, but I don't think it's going to work. Your random run-of-the-mill AAA title is not going to be an $80, $90, $100 game and still sell that well. It's bad enough they can't sell these games at $60, $70 right now. And like I said, outside of the 2Ks, Madden, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and your Rockstar games, those are the ones that's going to sell. Your regular EA Sports or Ubisoft game, they can forget it. You saw what happened to Star Wars Outlaws, right? Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.